Hi everybody, it's Linda here and welcome to my studio. Tonight, it is Sunday night. This will probably go up hopefully tomorrow morning if I can get it done tonight. I am going to attempt to do a portrait, but it is of a face that I had drawn out probably like 20 years ago. So the last time that I did a portrait was with acrylic paints, and that was 20 years ago also. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to do it tonight with you guys. And it is not going to be fine art. It is going to be whimsical. It is not going to be perfect, but it's going to come out great. Because you know why? I'm going to put my heart and soul into it, and I'm going to enjoy myself, and I hope that you will enjoy it also. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm using Arches watercolor paper. It is 300 GMs, 140 pounds, 100% cotton, and it is 9 by 12. So I already sketched it out, the face. I think you can see it. And I'm going to go in and paint. So I'm going to use the Winsor & Newton watercolor paints. Like I said, it's going to be perfectly imperfect. And that's what I'm going for. I'm going to have fun and I'm going to enjoy myself, and come along if you like. So the first thing we're going to work on are the eyes. So I'm going to go in with black, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in with my wet brush like this, and I'm going to use my 3-round, my Princeton 3-round Heritage. Get some black paint here. I'll put a little bit more water on it just to lighten the tint a little bit. Okay, so now you can use a pipette. I didn't. I just went in with the brush, and I'm just going to go in very lightly with the tip of the brush and go as best as I can. It's, like I said, this is going to be perfectly imperfect. And here we go. Okay, so we got one eye. Now we're going to go in and do the other eye, and it's not symmetrical. And I got to move this water jar. And go around like this. So this is my birthday week. Anybody that wants to wish me a happy birthday in the comment section would be greatly accepted. And also, I'd just like to know, where is everybody from? I'm from Florida. I'm on the West Coast. And I was thinking eventually I might, I'm saying might, start a what do you call it, a Facebook page, so that you could, I mean, there's so many talented people out there that just blow me away. And I think it would be nice to have a page where we could post pictures. Okay, so what I want to do is let that dry, and then I'm going to go in and do the eyeballs. So I reconsidered this, and what I decided to do was go in with another brush that is wet. I just want to make sure there isn't any other color on here. Yep, there is. So I want to just wet the brush, and I'm just going to go in and brush the line, the black line, to give it a little bit of a shadow. And like I said, this is not going to be fine art. It's going to be perfectly imperfect. There we go. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. So I'm going to turn it like this. And I'm just using the wet brush to get like a shadow. And there we go. I've been wanting to do this for a while now. I think this is what I'm gonna start doing. Of course, I messed it up right there. That's okay. That's okay. There we go. Yeah, so I'm turning the big 6/8 on Tuesday, which is shocking. Okay, let's try this. So I'm making a few corrections here. I'm gonna do, that'll be my highlight in the eye right there. And I'll have one here also. So I want to do the pupil also in the black. So we're just going to go in here and we're going to do the pupil. And I have to make sure I am careful not to. And then I'm going to dry it. Okay, I'm going to dry that. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is go in with some clean water. I got to move this plate. It's in my way. You have to go. Where are you going? You're going over here. Oh, I need another big table. Okay, here we go. So we're going in and we're just going to wet the outside of the iris and just go around like that, wet it. You give it a little bit more water. I'm going to wet the other one. And then I'm going to go in with Winsor Blue. I have it on my palette right here. I have some Winsor Blue. And I'm just going to activate it. Get some of that paint. And we're going to go in. I'm going to put some of that in there like that. And we'll do the same thing over here. Okay. Let me do the outline of this. Okay, the next thing I want to do while it is wet is I'm going to go in with some of the yellow. I'm using, yep, just plain old yellow. That's the real name of it. And I'm going to go in like this. Just hit some of the spots that I left white like that. Going back in here. And I'm not telling you this is the perfect way to do this, but this is the way I'm doing it. Okay, and we're going to go back this. Let's put some, okay. So now we need to go back in with that blue. Okay, so what I want to do is go back in here, close to the, and I'm going to draw some lines like that. And I'm going to go here. And like I said, this is going to be perfectly imperfect. There we go. And we're going to go in here. And do the iris. And then I'm going to go around. And okay, and we're going to let that dry. I'm going to let that dry. Okay, there we go. Oh, no, we're not. We're going over here. This I don't like. Okay, we're going to let that dry. And we'll have to go back in there. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is the face. So I'm going to take my my 10 round, my Princeton 10 round. It's got a nice point. I'm going to wet it down. And I'm going to go in with a mixture. Let me show you. I am going to use, this is yellow ochre. So now you can see I have some yellow ochre. Oh, I don't know if you can see. I have some yellow ochre over here. And I want to really lighten it down. I don't want it to be dark. So we're just going to keep wetting it. And then we're toning it down. It's still going to be, you know, colorful. So what I want to do next is just go in with the face. Now I didn't draw the, you know, where the forehead ends. I'm going to get some more of that paint. And we're going to go around the face and do the outline. And this is an abstract kind of. I think I'm going to start doing faces because they are a lot of fun. And we're going to go over the eyebrows that I have here. I'm going to go in here. And maybe what I'll do is add some more water. Just go into there like that. Adding more water. To her face. Like that. A lot of people are afraid to paint. And honestly, it's a shame because it really is good for your soul. When I say that, I mean it. Okay. And get some more water, and we're just gonna spread and have fun. just want to try to even that spot out. Okay, let's get some more paint. And let's go like this and like this. And we are going to give her some cheeks. Okay, we're going to have to make some more of this and loosen it up with some, tone it down rather, that's the correct term, tone it down with some water. And now we're getting close to the eyeballs, so I want to be a little bit more careful. I have to be honest with you, this is a lot of fun. Okay, you can see my pencil lines. Okay, I don't know where that pinky came from. I don't want the pink. How did that happen? I must have touched something. Okay, so we have to lighten this up. There we go. Next, I want to lighten this up a little bit. Get rid of that line. And try to blend that. You know, I was thinking to myself, I should have been painting when I was working as a teacher. I could have come home and painted, but I was just so mentally exhausted. And it's a shame. I think about it now. You know, I was thinking to myself today, gee, that I should have been painting. It would have been good for me. Okay, so we want to get this area and make it a little darker. So I'm going to go in with some of my, I'm going to get a piece of, let's see, we want to test this out. Okay, so I'm going to just, with the tip, no, not good. I needed to wait for that to dry, so that's not good. I'm going to take that up. And now I know I have to let that dry. So we're not going to do the nostril. Sometimes I get ahead of myself and I forget. What I should be doing is putting in a little bit of a pinky kind of a cheek. So let's give this a little brush here, and then we're going to lighten it. We do the same thing here. And now I'm going to get my water and I'm going to lighten that, because it's darker than I really want it. What's this? What happened there? Gotta get rid of that. So we're going to bring that all the way over, like that. And I'm going to do the same thing, bring that all the way over. And like I said, we're not going for perfection. She's going to be perfectly imperfect. And maybe a little bit of pink up on the top of her head. A lot of women like to put, okay, too dark. Next, I'm going to start painting the hair. So this might be too thin, but I'm going to give her brown hair. I want her to have brown hair with some highlights. So what I'm doing, instead of just spraying my paints, I'm trying another method. I'm just going to go in with my brush. My brush is wet. And I'm going to need a lot more than this. And then I'm going to wet my brush, which has water on it. I know it's another way of doing it. I see a lot of people use pipettes, and that's good. You can do both. Okay, so we got some water here, and we're probably going to need a bigger brush. So we're starting like that. She's going to have a middle part. Just going to come down her forehead like this. And then we're going to go like that. Around like this. So let's start like this. And bring her hair like that. And around, down like this. And I'm not even going to give her ears. I'm just going to paint. And maybe what I should do is use the 10 round. Let's see. We'll use the 10 round. And I'm going to have to go in after that dries with a smaller brush. And put in some darker strokes. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the lips. So lips should be like a pinky red. So I'm going to come over here again. Bring my paints over here. Now I have a little bit of this brown here. I'm going to mix it and then lighten it up, you know, with water. So let's go in with the lips. And still dark. And she's going to have big lips. And that's okay. Okay, so now what I want to do is water my brush and just move that. I want to spread that around. We're going to go down here too. And then we're going to make, where the lips meet, we're going to have to make that a little bit darker. I'm not looking at a reference photo, I'm just painting. I'm just painting and, you know, just enjoying myself here. All right, so now let's, it might be a little bit darker than I wanted. So I'm just going to pull some of that up. I'll let that dry and then I'll go back in after it dries. Watercolor is just different, you know, like certain, you can't go over certain areas while the paint is wet unless you want that technique. Like if I go in right now and try to draw a darker line in here, it's going to burst all around like we saw what happened over here. So I think it's still damp here. I'm just going to hit it with the blow dryer and I got to fix this up here. I'll be right back. So now I'm going to go back into the eyeball and I'm going to give it some blue. It's a little darker than I wanted. And like that. Let's try this one. This, I don't like the way that came out, but you know what? She's perfectly imperfect, right? Let's get a tissue. Let's get a tissue and go over that again. Oh, you know what I'm going to use? Let's try this. I'm getting a different brush. Okay. Let's try this. A little better. Okay, I don't know why these hairs are like that. I've been pretty good with my brushes. But, you know, we're gonna go over here and do the same thing. I'll turn this. And like I said, they're not going to be perfect, but you know what? We're going to have fun. And we'll go like this. And like that. Fill that in. Let's get this. Let's go around here. There. get this a little darker. Like that. Okay, so we got the eyeballs. And now we need to do the eyebrows. So the eyebrows are going to be, let me look at my color chart here. Not Payne's Gray. I want the burnt umber. So let me get my other brush. I'm going to go in with the burnt umber. I'll put it over here and just wet it down a little bit. Okay, so now somewhere in here I have eyebrows. So we're going to start here. And we're going to very lightly go over like this. Go back. And just play with them. Wait, let's go. And just okay, so we got one. Well, let's go for the other. All right, I think I'm going to turn this upside down and go this way. And I'm going to come up this, and I'm going to turn it so it's going like this. And I want it to go down like that. So now I got something here going. And we're going to go up. Like that. I'm going to fix the hairline also. Let's see. Okay. There. It's imperfect. Okay. We need to do her eyelashes. We also need to do underneath her nose. We need a little shadow. Should we use brown? Let's try it. Okay, so we need to do a little shadow in here, and maybe around here. Like that. And just go down like that. And here. Do her nose. Just outline it. You know what made me, I'm not afraid anymore because I've been hearing stories about these artists. Let's go in here, and there was an artist I heard that actually made a lot of money. Just he put a banana. Okay, that doesn't make sense. What am I doing here? That's not good. I'm gonna. There. He taped a banana to a wall. I couldn't even believe it. Okay, so we need to do the neckline. The neck is gonna come like this. Looks like a thin neck, huh, guys? Too thin. All right, let's leave it. Let's do this. Let's go like this. Yeah, so if somebody can post a banana, taping it against the wall and make a lot of money doing that, I can have fun painting this girl. Not too bad. Okay, there we go. Okay, so what I want to do next is her eyelashes. So this is not easy. And I shouldn't use this brush. I should use the rigger. I don't know why. I took very good care of this brush, but apparently not good enough, because it still has you know, when you look at your art while you're working, sometimes you say to yourself, God, it looks terrible. But you have to keep going. Okay, so let's do some little, okay, I didn't want that. Some more hairs. There we go. Okay, so we're going to do the bottom. You see what I mean? It's got that little, I need to buy another one. Okay, we're going to put little lashes coming out the bottom. Okay. And I don't like that. Let me see if I can take that up. Let's try it again. Okay, let's see if we can fix that. Okay, so we're going to go. And I should have waited. let's go. Let's do this side. I'm going to turn it upside down. And I'm just going to fill it in a little bit more. Just like the other side. Okay, and then we're going to do the bottom. And we're getting there. I am not even looking at the time. Okay, so we got our eyelashes. We have our nostrils here. I'm just gonna go in here a little darker. Okay, and then we want to make the lips. Okay, this brush, sad. We want where the lips meet to be just a little bit darker. You want that line. And then I'm going to show like little lines. And you know what? I don't know if I like that. So maybe what I'll do is just blend it. So it's not so noticeable. There we go. Okay. So now I want to work on her hair. Okay, so we need to get her some more brown. And she's going to have dark hair. So we're going to go like this. Bring her hair down like this. And then we're going to use the thinner brush, the number 3. Let's bring this up here like this. And all right, we need to do something up here. Trying to get more paint. I don't know if you can see this, what I'm doing. Trying to get more paint. And we're going to add another color after this. First, I want to lay this down. So we're going to go around here. It was a little bit darker than I had anticipated, but you know, like I said, she's going to be perfectly imperfect. Let's fix that. All right, let me see. Let's do that. Okay, let me look at this. Okay, let's get a darker color in here. Let's get a little bit of black. We're going to add a little bit of black and more of that brown. Okay, so now I'm going to get my 3 round and I am going to go in with the black mixture of black and brown. And we're going to give it a little wiggle. There we go. We're going to wiggle the hair. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. Like that. And this is fun. that. Okay, so this is my little imperfect, perfect lady. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. If you like what I'm doing, click the like, send me a comment. I'd love to hear where you're from. I make no claims that this is a fine art drawing, but it's a lot of fun to just step out of your comfort zone, and this is way out of my comfort zone, but it's something that I really enjoyed doing. And with that, I wish you an amazing day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.